Thank you. Welcome to yet another episode of Harsh Encounters. Like all of our previous episodes, we have some very special guests. Erwin Ludwig, Devin Shandon, and Jim Coleman. These young survivors have dealt with the harshest conditions mankind and nature have to offer. Let's hear what they have to say. Jim, you're a lucky man. You're a survivor. You all are. You, Erwin, and Devin. I'm going to be interviewing the whole team tonight, but I thought it'd be nice to start off with you. First off, no one got seriously injured. There were no gunshot wounds and not even the need for stitches. Is that right?
Well, yeah, it was actually really insane that we managed to escape with so many minor injuries, like cuts and bruises. Really, the only major injury we had was an empty stomach.
I'm sure you've told this story, and allow me to exaggerate, 1,000,000 times.
Well, not quite 1,000,000, but close.
Well, I hope you can retell it with the help of your fellow survivors.
Well, that's why we're here.
Why don't you go ahead and start?
So, we were at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. We were filming a documentary, about the aftermath of the Chernobyl power plant explosion. And then we didn't expect that the Russian mob would be there. This is how it went. Erwin was knee-deep in the Chernobyl cooling pond testing with the Geiger counter.
Devin, is this good?
Do it a little slower so that people can see what you're doing.
All right, let's do a retake. You ready?
All right, ready.
Holy shit!
Whoa, hey.
Руки в воздухе! Сюда!
На колени!
Look at me.
Sure,
I said look at me.
sure.
I am the captain now.
Devin, you're the cameraman. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's great. I don't get paid as much as Erwin, the scientist, or Jim, our guide, but I'm sure I have more fun.
The events in Ukraine were extremely difficult. I don't know what's happened since, but I know sometimes after a traumatic event, people change. Have you noticed if you've changed or if you want to have a different career?
No, I love my job. It's great. I wouldn't do anything else. Chernobyl was just one of the many jobs I've done.
Good. I'm happy for you. I just finished speaking with Jim about the first moments of your imprisonment.
You mean in the barn?
No, just on the beach. I would like to know where you went after that. I don't want to know about the barn. I want to know about your journey to the barn.
Oh, well, the Russians let us off the beach and let us into the woods. We marched single file for miles. If we turned our heads, they would beat us. Jim got the worst of it, several times over the head. We had no clue where we were.
Can you tell me more? I'll be talking to Erwin about the barn next.
There isn't much to tell. Before we entered the barn, though, they took our clothes and emptied our pockets. Our shirts were gone. We got them back later, but the whole time in the barn we didn't have them.
You just described the events, but tell me, how did you feel?
I was scared to death. It was terrifying. I didn't know if we would make it.
Thank you very much, Devin. Hi, Wib Shafir.
Erwin Ludwig, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Are these on?
Yes, Erwin. Welcome. I finished talking to Devin, I would like you to tell me about the barn, your prison. What was it like?
Normally it was hot, but at night it would get really freezing. There was no water, no food, and almost no light. It was horrible, and there was a very, very slim chance of survival.
Obviously, you made it out though. You guys must have gotten lucky at some point.
I don't believe in luck. The universe is much more complex than a roll of the dice. We made it out because of our sheer will to survive. Can't sit here and let them kill us.
I know, I've been trying to get these things off. My wrists are rubbed raw. I think I have an idea. I'll bite yours if you bite mine. I hope this works.
Quiet! Now get mine.
Thanks, Jim. What's the plan?
Alright, we're gonna make noise, then we're gonna knock the door down into the Russians. But I'm gonna need your help.
All right, guys, let's go. Come on.
Wow, so you guys had to fight, and you killed a man. Do you mind telling me how that felt?
Yeah. It's tough. We did what we had to do. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. We did what we had to do to survive. We wanted to finish the documentary, but that was not an option.
So you're okay with having another person's blood on your hands?
I'm not exactly okay with it. It's not a good feeling. But like I said, we did what we had to survive. And if it wasn't his blood on our hands, it would have been our blood on his hands. So I think we took the better of the two options.
On another slightly less gruesome note, Jim, you're the guide, so it seems right to ask you about the survival in the wilderness.
Yes, it does.
So tell me, how'd you do it?
Where do I start? Well, food and shelter. That what we all need to survive.
Well, let's discuss this shelter.
Alright. Well, we couldn't stay at the Russian camp. It would have been very dangerous, very dangerous. There was no landlines, no cell service. We ran through the woods. Devin and Irwin assembled the shelter while I gathered sticks and logs to build a fire.
So, what about food? What'd you eat?
First we ate the supplies that we stole from the Russian camp, and then we had to do what we had to do.
You ate cattails?
Devin wasn't a big fan of them.
Do we really have to eat cattails?
Yes, Devin, they're tubers, like potatoes.
This is survival at its best. Trust me, I'm the guide. This is why you pay me.
So, Devin wasn't too keen on eating cattails.
No, he was not.
Irwin, we meet again.
Yes, we do.
So, we've talked about your capture, your imprisonment, and your escape. Now I would like to discuss your rescue.
Well, I wouldn't call it a rescue. We kind of were out there fending for ourselves. We really weren't rescued. That's a misconception. We found our own way.
Okay, well, could you please tell me about it?
I think it was the 5th or 6th day. It might have even been the 7th. We kind of lost track. Devin pointed south.
Hey, look, up ahead! Train tracks!
Ha! Yes! Train tracks!
So, what was it like to finally get a glimpse of civilization and to finally be on your way home?
It was great.
It was the best thing ever.
It was amazing. I was so glad to eat something other than cattails.
Ladies and gentlemen, we must thank Devin, Erwin, and Jim for their story. Please, and I beg you, join us next week for another amazing adventure. Till next time, I'm your host.
Standing there alone, the ship is waiting, all systems are go. No need to abort. The countdown starts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling home. Across the stratosphere, a final message. If my